Hello there, and thank you very much for opening up this video. I really do appreciate it. And again, a big thank you to all those people commenting, liking, sharing my videos and the like. And for those people sending me emails, I do read all your comments and I take them very seriously. Now, today is Sunday, the 10th of October 2021. And in the last few days, the government has stopped the uplift of £20 a week to universal credit. Now, there's a plethora of comments on this on mainstream media and social media, and I'm going to detail to you today what that means in mathematical terms. In many cases, it means very sobering reading because I speak with considerable authority on this subject. You see, once it wasn't that long ago when I was £250,000 in debt. In those days, I was living hand to mouth. Um, I was too afraid to open my post in case the envelope contained a threatening letter. I uh, I was Every time the phone rang, my stomach would turn in knots, but I couldn't ignore the phone in case it was a personal training prospect, although it never was. I was afraid of being a debt collector, and if anyone did knock at the door, I would literally ignore them. In fact, I remember once when the window cleaner came round, I was hiding behind the sofa because he wanted money I didn't have. In those days, I was actually surviving on out of date food from the supermarket. Just the stuff they sell off really cheaply to basically stop when it's gone out of date. And my girlfriend at the time left me because I had no money. To cut a long story short, it all came to a head one Friday when I had three court summons arrive in the post. Three bailiffs came to visit me, and that night a High Court enforcer came with a court order to repossess my house. I had £1 to my name. In those days, I'll get my working tax credit of something like £52 a week. And if I was lucky, by Thursday or Friday, I would actually have 5 or 6 quid to last the weekend. My Saturday nights in those days were driving down to a local nightclub and get in before 10 o'clock when it was free to get in. And all I'd be drinking in those days was free tap water. Um, and I remember that Friday night very well because the High Court enforcer knocked at my door. I asked who it was. He said he had a High Court order to repossess the house, and unless I gave him £30,000 right there. Because I've been so afraid to open my post, I should say, what actually happened was some of my creditors had taken me to court. I didn't attend the hearings because I hadn't opened my post, and they all accumulated in one hearing. And what then happened was, in my absence, the judge awarded them my house. So, in my desperation, I spoke to my dad. I said, "Dad, I need £30,000 right now, or this High Court enforcer is going to repossess my house." And my dad told me to put the phone to the enforcer, and my dad told him where to go. The house was in his name. At the time, I had £1 in my pocket, and I had two Mars bars to last me the weekend. On Monday morning, I would get my tax credits, and then I'll be able to buy some out of date food. Simple as that. So, I speak here with considerable experience. I know what it's like to have no money. If you want to know how I ended up in so much debt, that's a different story altogether. Now, let's take how this leads in very sobering reading. At the moment, minimum wage is £8.91 an hour, and gross pay that works out at £356.40. After tax and national insurance, this works out at £312.78. Now, from April the 6th, 2022, the minimum wage, according to the media, will rise to £9.42 an hour. This works out a gross pay of £376.80 per week. However, national insurance is going up from 12% to 13.5%. Now, if you work out the maths, this works out a gross pay of £323.74. So it's a rise of just under 4%. Now, that might sound like a lot, but it's not. And at the moment, if you look at it mathematically, I'm just going to bring up the figures on screen. Dumpty dumpty dum. Universal credit. If you are over 25, before this week, you got if you got the full benefit, you got £411.51. assuming you were single and you had no children. Okay, after that, that falls to £324.84, a fall of some £20 per week. Now, I don't blame the government for this. This was a temporary fix. There's not much they can do about it because these things have to be paid for. And as the government have pointed out, if they were to continue this, it would cost a total of something like another 13 to 14 pence in tax in per litre of petrol. It would cost a lot of money. So what can we do about it? Well, the answer is plenty. Okay. After the Second World War, Britain was flattening its back, absolutely flattening it back, and the government at the time had to raise taxes to pay for the war effort. We've just had the devastation of COVID, and the horrific impacts it's made on our economy. So what can we do? Number one, we can all buy British. Okay, so wherever you can, don't buy online. Buy the stuff from your local from the shops in your local community and buy British. Get your food. Get your. I'm a vegetarian, but if you eat meat, if you can, go to your local butchers. If you buy fruit and veg, there's a local greengrocers. Get it from there. Okay, but wherever possible, buy British. If we all buy British, we can recycle money and basically do a lot of good. Very recently, before COVID, I had the honor of going to a wedding from one of my Jewish students. I live stream fitness classes across the internet, and what actually happened was what I saw amazed me. The bride's dress came from a Jewish bridal shop. The groom's suit came from a Jewish tailor. The reception was held in a hall run by a Jew. The caterer was Jewish. The flowers came from a Jewish florist. All the presents came from a Jewish store. As I got introduced to the guests, the rabbi, the groom was a Jewish property mogul. His plumber was Jewish, his roofer's Jewish, his decorator's Jewish, electrician's Jewish, his insurance broker was Jewish. All the guests at the wedding got their household contents, buildings, and car insurance through this Jewish insurance broker. When they got their postage done, they used to go to these post office run by a Jew, and and all the presents were bought from a shop owned by a Jew. You get the idea. And this constant recycling of money led to considerable employment being generated. Dare I say, Adolf Hitler did this after the First World War, and he made Germany into a superpower. So if we all buy British wherever we can, by God, we can make a difference. I mean, if we all bought British whenever we can, I dare say we can turn around this economic downturn, within 18 months. Other things we can do. Please share this video and this video blog to social media. What you can also do, there's been widespread coverage of the rise in fuel prices. If you look below, you will actually see that I cut my fuel bills from £161 a month to £101 a month using low cost and no cost energy efficiency measures. For example, if we all stop leaving our TVs on standby, guess what? Over a period of a year, we can save the output of one power station a year. Now, nobody will be happier than the energy minister if we all did that, because we can save the output of one power station. On top of that, what I'd also ask you to do is join my newsletters. You'll get a plethora of information. And now let me give you the really offensive bits. If you smoke, stop smoking. Okay, I do financial plans for people, and inevitably, when I do financial plans for people who are indebted, I find that they either smoke or they drink a lot, or combination. Okay, so if you smoke, cut out today. Stop it immediately, and there are resources below to help you do that. If you drink alcohol, bring it to below your the safe limits. The other thing I also suggest you do is get yourself an additional source of income. If you don't find the method, as Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest men, says, if you actually have one source of income, you are only one step away from poverty. I know that's not something that Warren Buffett said, but someone else did. But he also did say that if you don't find a method to earn money in your sleep, you'll be working till the day you die. You need to have 3 to 5 streams of income, and that's what I do for my students. Thank you very much. I hope you find this useful. Thank you very much for your time. I'll speak to you soon. Stay safe, and please spread the message. Cheers. Bye-bye.